Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 10.
Breaking now, flames tearing through a three-story hotel in North Lincoln tonight, forcing firefighters into a desperate search for people inside. At 6:50 p.m., the call coming in over the scanner.
Dispatch TAC 3, we got smoke from the overpass. Give me a second alarm.
Within minutes, firefighters from across the city rushing to a hotel fire that could be seen for miles. Tonight, we're taking you through how this response unfolded, from the moment crews realized what they were up against, to the firefighters working to keep people safe, and the people forced to leave everything behind. We have team coverage on tonight's massive blaze. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson is breaking down how this fire grew into a two-alarm response and the moment crews were forced to change tactics. Danielle Da Silva has been speaking with people who were inside and near the hotel and what they saw, what they heard, and how they got out. As the call escalated, we quickly repositioned our tower camera toward the scene. Take a look at this. Thick plumes of smoke could be seen rising, providing an early indication of just how large this fire had become. Thank you for joining us. Sent in by viewer Andy Ringsmuth. Just a massive column of smoke there, flames shooting through the roof, and firefighters battling a hotel fire from above and below. And Andy wasn't the only one who captured the fierce flames from a different vantage point now. Citizen journalist David capturing this stunning video here of the fire and sending it directly to our Now Local News app. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson joins us live from the scene of the massive fire with what she's learning tonight from firefighters. Mackenzie.
This is still very much an active scene out here, as you can see behind me. Up until about 15 minutes ago, firefighters up on ladders on both sides of the building spraying hot spots from above. When I first got here around 7 o'clock tonight, you couldn't even see the hotel building here at 27th and Superior. It was completely shrouded in smoke. Authorities say when they arrived on the scene, heavy flames engulfing the top of the hotel, and their main concern was getting people out as quickly as possible. I spoke with a man who says he saw the flames climbing up the west side of the building. He ran inside, telling the people working at the front desk. And at the same time, Joshua Johnson says he walked out from a neighboring building. He tells me the best way he can describe it is an explosion.
As soon as I got across the parking lot, that's when the west end of the building blew out. The windows in the top floor and part of the roof. Really wasn't that loud, but boom, and the glass and part of the roof came out. Scary situation.
Lincoln Fire and Rescue says their crews immediately were focused on evacuations. They started on the top floor, rushing to search for anyone who was inside. But as firefighters were in there, part of the roof collapsing above them. And then in another part of the building, the second and third floors falling all the way down to the ground. At that point, crews forced to come out of the hotel, fight it from above. That is the only safe way they could get these flames stopped. LFR tells us this was a challenging situation all around, but they did everything they could.
This had a head start on us that we just weren't going to get on top of it. Our job is to save lives, number one, right? So we have to get in there, slow the fire down. That's what they did, and we had to do those primary searches. So great work by everybody here at LFR.
There are no injuries involved in this fire. That is some of the best news that we got out of this. They do say there is no word on what sparked the blaze. The building, a total loss, along with most of the contents inside. They have crews interviewing people all throughout the night here, trying to figure out what could have started something so destructive. Firefighters will likely also be out here throughout the night for several more hours, trying to put out any hotspots and ensure this does not rekindle. For now, reporting in North Lincoln, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. As soon as reports of smoke started coming across the emergency scanners, firefighters knew this was more than just a routine call. Listen to how quickly the response escalated.
Dispatch TAC 3, we got smoke from the overpass. Give me a second alarm. Heavy fire on the Delta side and in the attic eaves. Again, three-story hotel working on evacuation right now.
Not long after, crews upgrading the response as flames moved through the upper portion of the building. Firefighters quickly moving in to get people out. Crews worked floor by floor to evacuate the hotel while firefighters continue to attack the fire. As you can imagine how terrifying this was for people staying in the hotel. In an instant, they're running for safety. We talked to a couple of them tonight. Channel 8's Danielle De Silva joins us back at the scene with that side of the story. Danielle.
Rod, I myself was amazed upon coming to the scene here. I mean, there were dozens of first responders, dozens of spectators and onlookers, and the floor was covered in water from the fire hoses, and the building, as you can see, looking totaled. LFR officers working on the ground and in the air to put out the flames that made its way to the building's attic. The amount of spectators growing by the minute, many of whom ran out of the building with just one focus: get to safety. Like Ryan Vietz from Minnesota, staying in Lincoln for work. He recounts what it was like when the hotel alarm first went off.
I knew I had to get out when I saw the smoke, and we couldn't even get down the west side stairwell. So I was on the second floor when the fire alarms went off, and I saw smoke coming out the outside windows and got out of the building. I didn't have time to get my stuff, so all my stuff's still in there.
Viet stayed calm throughout our interview, saying he's above all thankful he made it out safely, as well as those around him. He confirms he's never seen anything like this before, so he called his family, assured them he was safe, and then his employer, who couldn't believe it either. Viet says once outside, the action continued.
As soon as I got outside, part of the roof collapsed onto a car outside, and so then the fire truck started showing up. So.
He says people around him, including himself, had to move their cars as far as they could to get away from the chaos. He also thanked the first responders. He says that they had tamed the flames very quickly. And although the reason for the fire is still being investigated, many of the onlookers here did express gratitude for their safety. And as for what's going to be their plans later tonight, they'll be looking for a new place to stay because it won't be here. We'll be keeping you updated on new details as we learn them. Reporting live, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Danielle, for the live report. As soon as the call came in, Channel 8, alongside our team of citizen journalists, were on the scene, putting updates and video of the fire on our Now Local News app. For breaking news the moment it happens, plus live updates, photos, videos, and alerts sent straight to your phone. Scan the QR code and download the Now Local News app today. All right, other news now, developing now. We are following a tragedy out of Southern California. 8 Americans have died after a B-52 bomber crashed on a routine test flight today in California.
We have multiple reports. I do believe it's going to be on Edwards.
It happened at Edwards Air Force Base. Video posted online showing the aftermath. Thick black smoke seen towering over the field. The aircraft erupting into a ball of fire seen miles away. This time lapse showing the thick smoke moments after the crash. The plane, one of the largest in the U.S. Air Force fleet, going down shortly after takeoff. Military first responders racing to the scene.
This was a mixed crew of military, government civilians, and government contractors supporting this test mission. This crash is deemed to be unsurvivable, and right now our thoughts and prayers are with the families of those that lost their loved ones.
A scarred runway and smoldering debris is all that remains. Investigators, of course, now trying to determine what caused the crash. U.S. Senator Deb Fischer here from Nebraska releasing this statement tonight. Quote, such terrible news out of California today. I am grateful for the emergency responders on the scene and holding all those affected by this devastating accident in my heart. All right, let's get to your first forecast now on this Monday evening. Here's a live look from our AlloCam. What a pleasant day, sunshine and low humidity in some areas. The day did kick off with some cold temperatures. Let's see how things are going. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty?
If you thought this morning was chilly in eastern Nebraska, just wait till you see what happened in western Nebraska. Really cold. in parts like Alliance and Chadron and North Platte and Thedford, all in the 30s. In fact, Alliance, a new record low of 33 degrees. Their old record was 35, set back, I think, in the 1980s. I'll have to double check on that, but it was a cold start to the day, and now we've got Barry Lockham looking at downtown Lincoln and a quiet evening out there now with just a sprinkle or two in north central and northeast Nebraska. A lot of that not quite reaching the ground, but a couple of spots maybe seeing a few raindrops. That's what's headed our way overnight. It won't add up to much. Temperatures currently are in the 60s and 70s. It's 70 right now in Lincoln. The dew point is very low, so that's why it's also hard to get any kind of rain to get to the ground, because it is a dry atmosphere. The wind has died down a little bit. It's about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So we head through tonight. There's that light rain right about there, about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. A couple of sprinkles, maybe a rumble of thunder. Notice over there between Hebron and Beatrice, one little isolated cell. So it's possible we see an isolated thunderstorm, but the chance is pretty small. And as we head through the day tomorrow, by 9 o'clock, we'll start to see the clouds try to increase, but that will have no precipitation. But there is rain in the forecast as we head through the next several days. We'll take a look at that forecast in a few minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. Promising new details on the South Fork fire in northwest Nebraska. Firefighters say they're making good progress. Now, while the fire has been burning nearly 39,000 acres total, containment has increased to 64%. It was 55% earlier today. The only area that remains uncontained is south of Highway 20 in the Cottonwood Stands. An aerial flight this afternoon found conditions looking very good across the fire. Well, stay with us. We have plenty more after the break, such as answering the call. A major storm left thousands without power in Illinois. How local helping hands are helping get the lights there back on. And all new tomorrow morning, Counting the Cost. A new tool is helping show just how much child care impacts Nebraska families, what it reveals about affordability across the state. Stay with us.
Every play, every highlight, KOKN brings you the action, bringing you closer to the excitement, one game at a time.
At Pemberley Place Senior Living here in Lincoln, our senior living care is a calling. Our residents are family. Days are filled with activity, good friends, personalized care, and delicious food. Visit PemberleyPlace.com, an MJ Senior Living community.
All of us at Honda of Lincoln are very proud and deeply honored to be named Nebraska's only Honda President's Award winner for 2025 and winner of the Lincoln's Choice Award for New Car Dealer in 2026. Right now, you can choose from over 400 new Hondas and get financing from 2.99% APR for up to 60 months. Come experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Dutch Boy. It's only paint. It's only paint that goes on easy with a super smooth finish. It's only paint that battles even the toughest challenges, like keeping that neon orange under wraps. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only durable, dependable, change your life both professionally and romantically. Dutch Boy paint.
Your dad will get excited attracting songbirds to his backyard with bird feeders, bird houses, and a bird bath you got him during the Wild Bird Habitat's annual Father's Day sale. Alamo Plaza, 56th and Nebraska Highway, or north at 4900 Dudley Street.
Appliance shopping shouldn't feel complicated. That's why Ernie's in Ceresco makes it easy. Brands you can trust at guaranteed low prices with hundreds of appliances in stock, ready for same-day pickup or express delivery. Visit Ernie's in Ceresco today for your new appliance.
This news segment is brought to you by Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln.
Locally owned since 1963, Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln offers a huge variety of RVs. Unlike competitors' same old models, your choice is always uniquely yours. All types, all styles, all price ranges. Get out and live life. Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln. Camp better.
If you're just joining us tonight, let's get you updated on some breaking news. A North Lincoln hotel goes up in flames tonight. This is a 2-alarm fire near 27th and Superior. This is video sent into our Now Local News app from citizen journalist David. Our Mackenzie Johnson remains live on the scene with an update. Mackenzie, what can you tell us?
Well, this is still very much an active scene. You can see, though, some crews now starting to leave, although they will be here overnight monitoring any hotspots. Now, this is at the Fairfield Inn and Suites at 27th and Superior. When I first got here tonight around 7 o'clock, the entire building you can see behind me here shrouded in smoke. By the time authorities got to the scene, heavy flames engulfing the top floor and the roof of the hotel. Their main concern, getting people out as quickly as possible. I spoke with a man who says he saw the flames climbing up the west side of the building. He ran inside to tell the people working at the front desk. Lincoln Fire and Rescue says their crew's immediately focusing on evacuations. They started on the top floor, rushing to search for anyone inside. But as firefighters were in there, part of the roof collapsing above them, and in part of the building, the second and third floors falling all the way down to the ground. LFR tells us this was a challenging situation all around for crews. They had to evacuate the building themselves and fight the fire mainly from above for their own safety, but they did everything they could.
This had a head start on us that we just weren't going to get on top of it. Our job is to save lives, number one, right? So we have to get in there, slow the fire down. That's what they did, and we had to do those primary searches. So great work by everybody here at LFR.
There are no injuries from anyone inside the hotel or any of the firefighters involved. The building is a total loss, but no word yet on what sparked the blaze. They have been interviewing people who were here on the scene, trying to get some of the information figured out on how something so destructive could have started. Firefighters, again, will likely be here all night, monitoring the hotspots, hoping to avoid any rekindling. For now, reporting in Lincoln, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Mackenzie. New at 10, Nebraska is sending help after nasty storms hit Illinois. Omaha Public Power District is sending a team to help restore power to areas in the eastern part of that state. A team of 16 employees is headed there to help with restoration work. That includes responding to outage calls, repairing house service lines, and clearing storm-damaged limbs from overhead lines. They say it's important to support others when we're able to count on that same support when our own community needs it. Plattsmouth Police, the school district there, and the Cass County Sheriff's Office looking for student volunteers. It's for an active shooter training exercise. The drill is scheduled for June 17th at Plattsmouth High School and Middle School. Officials say parental permission is required and student safety will remain the top priority throughout the training.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
An interesting day today. High temperatures pretty close to normal. 82, 85 is the normal. We were at 82, but this low, 49. Look how close we were to a record low, only 5 degrees away. And we did have record lows on the other side of the state, Alliance, which I mentioned earlier, 33 this morning. Jeez, what are you doing? What is going on? Just walking down the middle of the street? All right. I guess. I mean, there's enough cones that everybody's kind of vigilant anyway, watching it, but I've never seen that before. What is he doing? ABC Seamless, North 48th and Cornhusker Highway never disappoints. There's always something going on out there. Temperatures right now, around 70, comfortable out there, 60s and 70s, 64 in Norfolk, 70 in Lincoln, 66 in Nebraska City, one of the cooler spots around here. Also 66 in York, 70s, low 70s in the Tri-Cities. Dew point is, I mean, we all know this won't last much longer, but while it's here, I'm going to enjoy this. 48, 50, 54, I mean, those are nice dew points. Pretty soon there'll be 60s and 70s. Light wind out of the south at around apparently 7 miles an hour, or 6. Oh goodness, 5 miles an hour in central Nebraska, just a little variable, so not a whole lot of wind. One little band of very light, and I mean really light precipitation. Remember the dew points I was showing you a little bit ago? It's a dry atmosphere, so a lot of this is aloft, trying to sprinkle the ground, but this will not amount to much. So as we head through tonight, here comes those sprinkles. Notice they don't really last. It may spark an isolated thunderstorm down here just along the Kansas-Nebraska border. Seems to be where all the storms have been forming this year, but that's where the best chance will be. That fades fairly quickly, then we're left with partly to maybe mostly, I'll say mostly cloudy, but I think it'll be more of the high clouds, the cirrus clouds. Those float by. maybe a sprinkle off to the north and east, but I think for us just partly to mostly cloudy skies and eventually clearing that sky out on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, notice most of Nebraska not seeing anything, but down here, we're right on the edge of a marginal to slight risk. The better chance, however, look at this, huge area of enhanced risk from Kansas City all the way over to Cincinnati, Chicago, St. Louis. But again, we're just right on that edge. So the potential for rainfall will be further east. But if we can wait until the weekend, late Friday into Saturday and Sunday, not the whole time, but on and off, we could see a decent amount of rainfall. This is a model that goes way far out, so we'll fine tune this. This probably won't be exactly where rainfall falls, but at least models are saying we have a decent chance for rain as we head towards the weekend. But it's Father's Day weekend, so I'm a little torn. I'm happy about the rain, not happy that it's happening on Father's Day weekend, but it is what it is. Southwest wind at 5 to 15 tonight, barely there. Overnight low temperatures in the middle and upper 50s. Highs tomorrow in the lower 80s. We'll really warm up on Wednesday and then come right back down on Thursday. Then back up on Friday, 90. Small chance for rain Friday night. And then Saturday and Sunday, I think, is probably our best chance for storms. We'll keep an eye on that and keep fine-tuning it. And then 80s for highs all the way through the weekend and into next week. So a couple of really warm days as we head through Wednesday and then again on Friday. But most of the days will be around 80. For highs. Now, speaking of Father's Day, this is a good time of year to kind of go over lightning facts because dads are outside all the time. And so, myth or fact, lightning never strikes the same place twice. Is that a myth or is that fact? So basically true or false?
Well, I'd have to say myth.
That is correct. It is a myth. The Empire State Building, for instance, is struck multiple times a year. We'll be doing this all week about lightning, so just a heads up, it's going to be myth or fact the rest of the week.
How many times have our 300-foot tower outside our station been hit?
It was like 3 or 4 times the other day.
I know, so. I was watching. Rusty's like, am I still on the air? Yes, Rusty, you're still on. I can still see you. All right, thanks, buddy. New at 10, a Savannah Bananas coach is sharing a lesson that started long before Banana Ball. Before helping entertain thousands of fans in Lincoln this weekend, Savannah Bananas coach Bryce Stober spent time with local scouts. He spoke at a Cornhusker Council scouting event, sharing how his journey from Cub Scout to Eagle Scout helped shape the person and coach he is today. He told scouts the lessons they're learning now could have a big impact on their future.
Looking back, scouting shaped me in ways that I could have never imagined. It wasn't just about learning how to build a fire or tie knots. It taught me how to always be prepared, how to work as a team, to lead with character.
Called to visit a full circle moment, saying he hopes his story shows young scouts how the skills they learn today can help build a future bigger than they ever imagined. Coming up next, we're going to head into the Sports Zone. Nate Johnson will be here after tonight's premiere of what is called Watch and Dream, a cinematic recap of the Husker basketball season. Stay with us.
From the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
It was a special night at the Rococo Theater this evening. Hey, what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning into the Sports Zone. For Nebraska basketball fans, well, it needs not be said just how special this past season was. And if you wanted something to remember it by, well, come June 22nd, Nebraska Creative, well, they certainly delivered on a pretty special cinematic recap. Today, fans got to watch the premiere of Watch and Dream, a cinematic recap experience from this past season. And I gotta tell you, after watching it, I mean, it is really good. It's extremely well done. And if you weren't there to watch it tonight, don't worry. It'll be available on June 22nd on YouTube. Really looking forward to seeing that again. But what a season it was for Nebraska, including the 2024-2025 season. The Huskers rattled off 24 straight games, a program record. That included wins over Wisconsin and a 30-point drumming. Illinois in a stunning road fashion, a top 10 victory over Michigan State in one of the most electric crowds I've ever experienced. Memories that will last a lifetime for Husker Nation, capped with their first ever NCAA tournament berth, victory, and Sweet 16 appearance. Some Husker volleyball news now. Per her Instagram, Shayla Rautenberg has committed to Nebraska to play volleyball following her graduation. She is Prep Dig's #3 overall prospect and Prep Volleyball's #4 prospect in the class of 2028. She helped Milford win state titles in both volleyball and basketball this year. She averaged 5.6 kills while hitting .366 on the volleyball court. In basketball, she averaged a double-double with 18.2 points and 14.5 rebounds. Again, the Nebraska native is staying home, and you love to see that. Finally, the College World Series rolling along tonight in Omaha with 2 more games. First up was Alabama and Texas. The Longhorns proving too much for the Tide in this one. The final of the night, 14-2 in favor of Texas. And the nightcap, Georgia and Oklahoma, a fun one going OU's way. The final this evening, 4-3 in favor of Oklahoma.
All right, thank you, Nate. We'll be back with a final check of your forecast with Rusty. Stay with us. And finally tonight, Tri-County Public Schools giving people a look at their construction progress. They're in the midst of a facility improvement project right now. If you've driven by the elementary school there recently, you've probably noticed some changes. Tree stumps are getting removed. Dirt work is underway for the new elementary school parking lot. It might look like a lot of dirt right now, but it's getting them ready for the next phase of construction that brings them closer to improvements that will better serve their students, staff, and families for years to come. All right, let's get a final check of the weather with Rusty.
Comfortable for if they're doing the work outside. It's been kind of comfortable lately. Now it is going to get a little warm as we head through the next couple of days, but right now comfortable temperatures, 60s and 70s. Lows tomorrow morning, not as cold as it was. We are going to see lower and middle 80s, a little above average, or a little below average for the eastern half, a little above average for the western half. But once we get to Wednesday, we get kind of hot for a day there, 93 degrees, then back down to around normal on Thursday, then 90 for another day, then a whole bunch of 80s after that. Storms are going to be possible, just a small chance on Friday, better chance, unfortunately, over Father's Day weekend. I'm going to make some calls to Mother Nature and see if we can get that changed up a little bit, because I have a lot of outdoor plans on Saturday and Sunday. We could use the rain, though, so I won't argue too hard.
Good point. All right, thank you, Rusty. Stay with us for tomorrow morning. Andrew in Houston will be here starting at 5 o'clock. Jimmy Kimmel's up next. Have a great night.